Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, King Jacko Martin. I'm back with another episode of Whispering to Your Soul. Yo, I'm just blessed, man, you know what I mean, to be surrounded by amazing, talented people. So today, what I have for you is a young, upcoming artist, and she's in a swag of takeover season. I'm here with Ciskca. What up, though? You feel me? Talk to the people.
Hi, my name is Ciskca.
Tight.
I'm so happy to be here. Kind of nervous, you know?
No, it's all love. So, Ciskca, tell the people what you do and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm an upcoming artist. I work with kids. I like to work out. You know, I'm Haitian. Shout out to all my Zoes.
Yeah. Big shout out.
And I'm from the Bay Area. Just moved out here to LA, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. You talked about being an artist, right? How did you fall in love with being an artist?
So I grew up singing in church.
Okay.
So I've always fell in love with music. And I've always wanted to I always enjoyed being on stage and always having the solos and stuff like that.
Right.
I was just like, let me try being a rapper, you know? So that's what made me fall in love with music, starting off in church.
Okay. So here's a quick question. Has any of your family members have a musical background?
No. Well, yeah, my mom, she sang in a choir. She runs a choir in church and stuff like that. So,
okay. Yeah. So Ma Dukes is a choir director. Mm-hmm. Big shout out to Ma Dukes. Love, you know what I'm saying? We sending good energy your way. Thank you for just being amazing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when it came to becoming a rapper, who inspired you? Who made you want to, do that? Who influenced you? What was the influence?
I don't know let me see. I would say younger, when I was little, I would listen to Nicki Minaj.
Okay, shout out to Nicki.
You know that song, Lip Gloss?
Yeah.
I like that song. I was like, oh, I want to be like her, you know?
Okay.
Lil Kim, yeah, that's her name, Lil Kim.
Big shout out to Lil Kim.
And the one that really stood out to me, that was man, I want to do that, was Cardi B.
Shout out to Cardi. Cardi go crazy.
When that Bodak Yellow came out,
yeah.
I learned the whole song. And when I was in high school and would have homecoming and all that, when that song came on, I was the main spotlight because I knew the whole words.
Okay.
I was doing a little show and I was like, yeah, I want to do this.
Okay, that's big shout out. See, it's funny because you never know who you're going to inspire, right? And the same way you named out Cardi B and all these other female artists, one day some little girl's going to be saying your name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so my question to you is, what type of music do you want to create?
So my first song is called Push Up. Go check it out.
Okay. Well, first of all, if you're going to throw it out there like that, where can we check the music out?
It's on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all platforms.
Okay. And what was the name of the song?
Push Up.
Push Up?
Yeah. I did a remix of Salt and Pepper, Push It. So I call it Push Up.
Okay. Vibes.
So that song was about going to the gym, working out, being I wanted to inspire people to get active, health is important. So I want my songs are basically what's that word? Empowering. Gotcha. Talk about being a baddie,
talk your talk.
Feeling good about themselves, so that's what I'm trying to push out there.
I love that. First of all, you said something that I thought was very important. You talked about how health is wealth. What inspired that for you to be health conscious? You know what I mean? To wanting to get in the gym, to want to work out, to want to continue looking like a baddie.
Yeah. So growing up, I always played sports. So I did cheerleading, ran track for 12 years, volleyball. So I think just being an athlete and having that mindset of being disciplined, it just helped me in the gym, just staying active. I don't know. I like moving around and just being fit. Because when COVID happened, I was on my last year running track. Okay. And then everything was shut down and stuff like that. And I was just I felt weird not doing anything, not running, not working out. So then, not being able to run track anymore, I found my way in the gym. Okay. So
that's dope.
The gym is a sport to me.
Okay. So I used to run track as well, you know what I mean? And it's funny, I did the 4x1. I went to state for that. And I did high jump, long jump, and triple jump. Okay, yeah. You know what I mean? Type vibes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't place, I wound up being fourth in the state, which ain't bad, you know what I mean? Because it was my first year ever running track. I ran my senior year. So I understand the discipline of track and how that carries on in the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So my question to you, because you're an athlete as well, how do you think being an athlete translated to not only you staying in the gym, but how do you think that discipline helps you in your music? You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, there's certain rules that we got to be consistent. We got to show up. We got to run. We got to do the work. Even when we don't feel like doing the work. Do you think that happens when it comes to writing or getting in the booth or just being consistent in your writing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because learning those lyrics, it's not easy.
Right.
Like, it's repetitive.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Right? I mean, because if you think about it with track, we had to repeat things over and over again to get good at whatever. Well, what did you run in track?
I was on the relay team.
Okay.
I did the 100 and then long and triple jump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I was going to do the 100, but my start in the blocks was kind of terrible.
I was a good starter. When I
Yeah.
hear that I'm out, they had me start,
The relay, I'll go crazy because I'm already in motion, you know what I'm saying, to take off. So I did like third or anchor or whatever else for track. So I felt like for me, when it came to sports, just empowering myself, knowing that I can do it against all odds. You know what I mean? When people say you won't win a race or people don't believe, I felt like it translated to the rest of my life because when I first started acting, people didn't believe. When I first started directing, people didn't believe. Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I can prove myself right. And I feel like when it comes to track, it's individual. You got to put in your own work. Can't nobody run this race for you.
That's the thing. Individual.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like life. Can't nobody run your race of life for you but you. You know what I mean? And I think you said something earlier that was important. I believe you said you couldn't run track anymore because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so you had to figure out something different to be able to stay in your discipline.
Yeah.
So how did you figure out, hey, let me just try the gym? Or what was that like when you couldn't no longer do what you did because of COVID? What was that like for you?
I felt like it was a good switch, you know? Like, I think it was needed.
Yeah.
You know? So it ended up working out.
Yeah.
Because now look at me, you know what I'm saying?
Talk your talk. You look good. You look good. Like, do you think that it was just another outlet? Because like, okay, so big shout out to my boy, Justin. He talks about the gym being a place where you can work out your problems or demons or trouble, you know what I mean? And the weights will always be what it is. And it's your job just to do the work. So the gym for him is a place of therapy. It's therapeutic. Does that help you clear your head before you write a song? Or is the gym any type of therapy for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah. It's a way to work through some things.
Like when you get in the sauna, it's really relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, have the music on, helps you think. You know.
Just clear your mind. Okay, that's really cool. So, where are you originally from?
Haiti.
Haiti. That's a long way from here. What made you, one, want to take that journey, and two, take the risk to come here? Because we all have our different stories. Like, I'm from Michigan, I'm not from LA. I'm a long way from family and home, and sometimes that can get hard. So what inspired you to leave, and what keeps you going being out here in LA?
So, well, from the Bay to LA, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just back home, everything's just the same, you know? Like, I just feel like there's not much growing out there.
Okay.
So when you move to a different area, you meet new people, you know, network. There's just more opportunities out here for sure than back home.
Yeah.
And since it'll be a year in August since I moved out here. And
wow.
Yeah, so, and I've met a lot of people, like, for, you know, being new.
Talk your talk.
Like, I'm here, I met you, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, this is good. Like, I believe things will get better for me, and I'm going to reach my goals.
I love that. Here's a question. Has there been any difficulties, you know what I mean, on this journey that you face and that you've overcome? Saying that, hey, I can do this. This is possible.
Well, money, being in LA, is not cheap.
Yeah.
Like, I just got my first TV like a few days ago, and I've almost been here for a year, you guys. So it's just things are.
That's a fact.
Yeah, like working, being more independent, not, you know, like, because before I moved out here, I was living with my parents, so I didn't have much bills. But now that I'm by myself, I'm living with my sister.
Okay.
I take on a lot more than I would. But I'm starting to find like a routine, you know? So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. You talked about at one point how you were living under your parents and you didn't have as much responsibilities. But now that you're no longer under your parents' roof, things changed. So how did you change your mindset from one, being under your parents, to, okay, now I'm out here on my own and I got to figure things out? Because there are a lot of other young people that are in your position that one moment they're with their parents and then the next moment they're out here figuring things out. So what worked for you? You know what I mean? What clicked for you?
What do you mean click?
Like, okay, so one moment you were like, I'm with my parents.
Yeah.
The next moment, okay, I got to get a job. I got to make money. I got to manage my money. You know, I just got my first TV, but when I was living with my parents, I always had a TV.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like, what was the mindset? How did things change from being under your parents' roof to now you and your sister out here doing it y'all way?
How did things change?
Yeah, I mean, can you give us a small example, something like a little Costco example of what changed for you? Nothing too deep, but
Maybe just having to work more. Like, I feel like I'm always on the go.
yeah.
You know, like, just, yeah, having to work more, less sleep.
Less
sleep.
But,
I'll say that.
but I think that's a gem, because sometimes when people say, "Hey, I want to go after my dream," they think it's going to be easy, and they don't understand the responsibility and the work ethic that it takes. One, to even make it. First of all, we all want to make it in LA, right? But to make it in LA, you got to make it in LA. We're not even talking about the dream.
Yeah.
We're just talking about cost of living, food, gas, getting to where you got to go. You know what I mean? And figuring how I need to keep a roof over my head.
Yeah.
And figuring out, okay, where am I going to work? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And that whole process to then having enough energy to go after the dream. So how do you kind of like balance that out of, okay, here's work. I'm busting my butt, but I know I got to get in the studio.
Yeah.
Or here's work. I know I'm busting my
work
butt.
is paying for the studios.
Right,
so.
right.
You know, so works out.
Yeah.
Work, studio, so.
Okay. So you do a lot of work so that way you can get to the studio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And sometimes when you're working, you know, people don't know your whole story. People just assume. But, you know, for me, it got very difficult to figure it out. Because, like, I'm working and I'm not seeing the results I want, but I got to keep going. And some days are more frustrating than others. Have you ever had any frustrating days where you questioned, am I making the right move? Am I doing the right thing? Have you ever had any moments where you questioned yourself? And then if you do question yourself, how do you figure out, no, this is for me, I can do it?
Well, with my main job right now, since I'm a residential counselor, I work with kids, it's not something I want to do long term. And I'm always like, why am I here? I'm wasting my time. Like, I could like be doing social media full time at home, you know?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I need this because like with social, like with money wise and social media, it's not easy. You know, things take time. But like, I've just been, I don't know, I want to leave that job, but right now it's like what's really helping me the most with everything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, can't really leave.
Kind of like a blessing in disguise, though. You know what I mean? Okay, here's a question about even that job. And you said you love kids. Like, what is your love for kids? Why do you have a passion for kids?
Maybe it's just being the oldest.
Okay.
You know, like having 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
And always being around kids, like growing up in church, having kids around, like I've always just been good with them.
Okay.
I don't know why they gravitate, you know, what's that word, gravitate?
What type of impact do you think you're making on the future being in the position that you're in? Like, how do you inspire those younger kids who might one day be in your situation?
By being me.
Just by being you and showing them the example?
Yeah.
I think that's cool, because sometimes people put on a fake facade and they feel like they're helping because they don't want to tell them the truth. But I think sometimes when you can show kids your raw, authentic self, that's more empowering than being fake, because then they're able to find themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that's cool that, one, you were able to find that, and two, that you're actually inspiring different children. Can you give us one example of how you inspired one of the kids?
thinking. There's this one girl. She's from Congo.
Okay.
She's had a rough, life. And where I worked at, there was not a lot of, Black female staffs. And so I think, me being Black and she's being Black, she automatically, liked me.
Right.
Easier to talk to and everything. And, she had it rough, so I felt like I was what's that word? Comfort.
Oh, you was able to comfort her.
Comfort her.
Yeah.
And I would do her hair. She's never had anybody do her hair. So
wow.
I would do her hair. I taught her how to do her hair and what to use, what products.
Okay.
Basically be a mother to her in a way,
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool.
So she's never had that. And till this day, I'm still in touch with her. Usually they're don't talk to them after, once you leave your job, don't keep in contact. But I was with her, I feel like I need to be in her life,
Right. Because it's a different type of bond.
Yeah, it's a different type of bond.
Yeah.
So, and it's appropriate, so nothing weird.
Right. But here's the thing. I think you said something that was beautiful in that. And I think you talked about, there's not a lot of us in those positions. Mm-hmm. And so what I think was beautiful about that is representation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that because you did what you did, you were in a position to help someone else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the representation that they had, because she saw someone that looked like her, you know what I mean? It was able for her to be more vulnerable, to open up, to learn. And at the same time, I think she did a lot for you. You know what I mean? Because now you get a chance to inspire someone else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You get to reflect about the different things that you've been through from when you were in Haiti and the things that you didn't have or the things that you might have missed. And you were able to step in for this little girl like that, which I think is beautiful.
That's true. It's a beautiful way to look at it.
So here's let me ask you a question about your childhood, right? Okay. Growing up, we learned certain things. Mm-hmm. What's something that you had to unlearn, right? From when you were a kid to now that you're an adult, that you say, hey, I see this differently. You know what I mean? You were taught certain things or you had certain ways or you thought the world was this way. Mm-hmm. But now that you're an adult, you say, oh, this is a little harder than what I thought, or this is a little different than what I thought. So maybe I need to try something new. Maybe I need to do something different in order to excel. It could be in the music industry. It could be getting a job.
Well, when you said to excel, more of my parents are really strict. Okay. So no going out late. I couldn't really do much, do certain things. But since I've been here, I'm doing everything they didn't want me to do. And I feel like that's helping me because it's getting me to where I want to get to, because not a lot of things I do, they don't approve of me rapping, Yeah. So I'm not going to stay there just because they don't want me to do something. So I'm going to remove myself. Right. And do everything they didn't want me to do because that's the only way I can get to where I want to get.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes as parents, they want to protect because they've seen the world from their perspective. Yeah. And you traveling down a lane that they've never been, that they don't understand, it's hard for them to support something they don't understand. But when you start getting the results and they start seeing the success, I believe their perspectives can change. Yeah. Because, I always say this, no one can really see your dream but you, including your parents. But what they can see is the results of your dream. Yeah. And so by you finally accomplishing those results, I think your parents will find their peace and their happiness when they see you in your success. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I want to show them the results. The results will come.
Right. It's a process. It's a process, So speaking of the process, how do you continue on in your process, in your journey, still going after it one step at a time, you know what I mean? Meeting different people, you know what I mean? And creating different relationships the right way to be able to excel.
What was the question?
Okay, so no, that's cool. So what I'm saying is you stated earlier that now you're doing all the things that they didn't want you to do. But by doing that, it's opened up different doors for where you want to go. Yeah. Okay. So in that, how do you continue moving forward despite your parents saying, hey, we're not supporting that, or we don't understand that, we don't agree with that? How do you say, I'm going to keep going after my dream because I know this is what I really want to be?
How do I say it to them?
No, to yourself.
Oh,
like that self-talk.
Just, like you said, the outcome. Just push until I get to the outcome.
Just believing, just believe. You know, there's always that script.
Spending and believing.
Facts. Facts. Say that again. That's a bar.
Spending and believing.
Yeah. And to be able to spend, you got to put in the work. You know, I think sometimes like we forget that faith without work is dead, and that you just got to continue to believe. You got to continue stepping out on faith. You got to continue putting in the work in order for your dreams to manifest. You know what I mean? Here's a question. Do you have like a vision board, or do you write your dreams out and your goals? What do you do to kind of manifest or project where you want to be or see yourself?
Yeah, I don't have a vision board or anything like that. It's all in my head.
Okay. No, that's cool. Which isn't a bad thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's a question, right? How do you get like the songs out of your head? How do you get the things that you see in your mind, and how do you bring that forth to like where in your reality, where you are? You know what I mean? I
feel like most of the songs that I write about, I live it. So it's just through experience.
Okay. When you're writing your songs or you're creating your songs, do you? So
I don't write my songs. I come up with ideas.
Okay.
And then I have a writer write it for me.
Oh, okay. So that's dope. So you work. You have a team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So basically you have different visions or different ideas, and then you'll present that to the team, and you guys create music together.
Yes.
So big shout out to the writer, you know what I mean? You know who you are. Appreciate all the amazing things you're doing because the music is fire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the songs that you've created. I know we talked about Push-Ups. Do you have any other tracks or any other songs?
Yeah, I have a song called Really Her. Because I'm really her.
Okay. Let the people know. Talk to them.
Basically, like, just talking about being that girl, you know? Like, I'm really her.
Yeah.
And you should, when somebody listens to that song, you should feel like you're really him or you're really her. You know, like, it should feel relatable.
I mean, that sounds very empowering. You know what I mean? What inspired you to write that? You know, like, being really her, or what does that mean to you, being really her?
Just standing on business, being independent, you know, pretty much.
That's cool. So being independent,
I'm big on that.
being a woman of your word, and going out and making your dreams come true. So it's kind of like you said, you're actually living that experience right now. You know what I mean? Like, okay, parents, I love you, but I believe in my dream. I'm gonna be independent. I'm gonna go after my dreams. I'm gonna bust my butt. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be consistent. So that way, you know, here's my song. Here's my other song. You know, and the more songs you see, here's my album. Here's the views. Here's the impact. So now you're starting to show your parents the results. And I believe that slowly you'll be able to chip away at the doubt or the non-belief, and they'll actually sit back and say one day, I'm really proud of you for going after this. I wasn't sure at first. Yeah. But baby, you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if your mom and your dad ever came to you, let's say you're where you want to be in music, and they finally said that to you, what would that mean to you?
That mean a lot. Because right now I'm not their favorite child. So it would mean a lot. Like, I might start crying a little bit, like, damn.
Like, why would you be so touched by that moment? Like, why does that mean? Is that like?
Because right now I feel like in a way I'm disappointing them, you know. So when that time would come, it would be like I wouldn't feel that way anymore, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Because you want to inspire, you want to make your parents proud. You want to show them that you can do it. So is that part of? Because like. Everybody has a reason why they're going after something, why they want to become this, and what motivates them to keep going after that. Is hearing I'm proud of you part of your motivation and your reason why you continue going, or what's your why?
I don't care to hear I'm proud of you.
So you don't care to hear I'm proud of you from your parents?
Like, it would be nice, but
Yeah.
is that what I'm going, like you said, is that what I'm looking forward to hearing?
Yeah.
No. Like,
Okay.
am I doing this so I could hear that? No.
Okay.
Like, if that was the case, I would have been a nurse, like how they wanted me to be. Like, but.
Yeah. So what is your reason why? What is your reason why to go after what you're going right now?
'Cause, like, I'm not trying to, like, be old and, you know, not have a job and a roof under my head. Like, this is work.
Yeah.
It's a job. Like, I want to make money. I want to make a living out of this, you
Yeah.
know? Because I don't see myself doing, like, regular jobs. Like, I've had so many jobs in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I always quit.
Why?
Like, it's just not for me. I'm the type of person, it's like, if something's not for me, I don't want to stay or do it. But I feel like making music and going to the studio, like, being there till late, it's fun. Like, that's work. Like, that's fun to me.
Yeah.
You know? And I want to make a living out of that. Because if I'm putting all that money into this, you know, it needs to be coming back.
Okay, so I mean, why is music such a passion for you?
It's fun.
So
Hearing
it's so
myself, like being locked in the booth and
Yeah.
recording and seeing, you know, the what's it called? You know, when you're recording the little sound thingies. When the engineer's doing their work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't think right now.
No, you're good. So basically, when the engineer,
the process of everything is
Okay.
just fun. Even making the music videos, like,
Yeah.
that's fun. Just having a team,
yeah,
you know, just having, like, feeling supported by other people who are around me, and they're here for me. You know, I like that.
that's cool. I'm big on team. Maybe I think the influence of sports has now influenced me to be really big on team because you know in sports you've always worked in like a team environment for a common goal. I feel the same way. I got a chance to get in the booth. I did this kind of like spoken word over a beat, and it was entitled "Am I in a Domestic Violent Relationship with America?" And so it was a speech that I did on Toastmasters, and then I got to work with Jassy and Philip. They're award-winning producers, and they invited me in, and it was something about when I got in the booth that just felt different.
Yeah.
It was something about being in front of that microphone. I felt like whatever was on my spirit, on my heart, I could just let go and just put it into the mic, right?
Yeah.
And then when they played it back, hearing myself to the beat, it's just something different. It's just, it like lit a different type of fire inside of me, you know what I'm saying? A different feeling.
Like you him.
Yeah, man. So like when you come out of the booth or when you first hear yourself on the song and you hear everybody vibing or whatever else, like what is that energy? What does that feel like for you?
It's a good feeling, like just other people hearing me and being like, yeah, I like this, or also being able to take criticism, you know, like people's feedbacks and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. It's a good feeling.
Well, I think you said something important, right, that most people don't hear. One thing that you added to that is being able to take feedback. A lot of times people don't want to hear feedback. A lot of people don't want to be coachable. Why do you think being able to take feedback is critical in that process of creating?
Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, you're an artist, you know, but at the same time, it's a team thing. There's other people behind it, not just me. So it's important that I'm hearing what other people are saying, because it's not just my name in it,
Right.
you know? So,
Man, I think you can say that again, that it's just not your name that's attached to it. Like yesterday, I was on set, and I'm directing my first feature. Shout out to China, shout out to Kato. Love y'all for giving me this amazing opportunity to direct. Big ups. And when we were doing the rehearsals, I said, I don't want to be a part of this if we're not going to do something great. And they looked at me, and I was like, because it's my name. If I'm going to attach my name to it, I want it to be great. I don't know about y'all, but personally to me, my name means everything. My legacy, my this, that, my that. And if y'all ain't respecting y'all name, I feel like there's something wrong. Because do you know how many people have sacrificed their lives, been raped, beaten, went to jail, killed, murdered, and done all these different things in order for you to have the opportunity that you have right now? What's so special about you that you get to see another day? And if you do get to see another day, what will you do with that opportunity? And if I'm going to put my name on it, then I want to take advantage of the opportunity, because most people wish they was alive to be able to make a movie. You know how many people wish they could be in the booth and making music? But I believe in God. He blessed you with an opportunity to get in that booth and go crazy and create whatever's in your mind and your soul. So like you said, you come up with the vision, someone helps you write it out, and then you get in the booth, and as a team, y'all get to create something amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really cool of you. Salute to you for doing that.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to find your music, how can they find your music?
Go on whatever app you use and type in Ciskca, and you'll find me.
Say it one more time for them.
Ciskca.
So
Ciskca.
crazy.
So like, let me tell y'all how I got that name. So my real name is Francisca.
Yeah.
So Ciskca at the end, Francisca. I just took the last letters and then I put it as Ciskca. But then I also added a K to make it look nicer and like fancier.
Okay.
It just looks more pleasing to the eye.
A little creative, Yeah,
so,
what I mean? Give out a little gem.
Yeah, because people would always be like Fran or Franny, and I don't like that for short. Like, call me Ciskca. Like, it's just Franny.
I'm so glad.
Fran is so ugly. Like, no, Ciskca.
Listen, I'm glad that you switched it up, because Ciskca's a way better wave than coming to the stage, Fran.
Yeah.
That's some corny stuff. We're not gonna do that. But Ciskca has a little, has a little nice sex appeal to it. Has like a little it factor to it that makes you want to hear more. You know what I mean? What do you want your legacy to be? Like, let's say you finally made it to the music pinnacle. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want them to say about Ciskca?
That she's a beautiful woman with a beautiful soul. Pretty much.
Okay, that's cool. That you were a beautiful person and that you were
Inside
a beautiful soul.
and outside.
Love that. And how do you want fans to be empowered, or what do you want your fans to take away from your musical creations or the visions that you give to the world?
Can you explain?
Okay, so like, have you ever listened to like Beyonce or certain artists and they give you a certain type of feeling?
Yeah, some of them.
Right? Some of them. I mean, just some of them. Just not everyone's not going to do it for you. But what artist gives you that type of feeling?
I wouldn't say there's I don't know. It's more of like the genre of the song. Like,
that's cool.
Like I said, I grew up in church, so gospel music. Those songs are more like touching to me than listening to rap or hip hop.
Me too.
Like, I feel when a song has something meaningful behind it, like that's more touching.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's cool. I mean, I rock with gospel.
So when people listen to me, I want them to feel good about themselves. You know, like Push Up. Like, a lot of people like that song because they're like, damn, like, this makes me want to go to the gym. I'm like, good. That's what I was trying to. Yeah. That's the purpose of the song, you know. So depending on what I'm talking about, whatever I'm talking about, that's what I want you to take. Okay,
I like that. I can rock with that. I can rock with that. Oh, you said something that you kind of touched, right? You said that someone told you, like, hey, your song makes me want to go to the gym. And I know you said it felt good. When that first happened, was it shocking that someone came to you like, yo, your song inspired me. Yo, your song did this. Like, how did that impact you to get feedback from someone that you might not even know, or someone that you empowered or touched with your song?
Just keep going. It's like, damn, just gotta keep going.
Yeah. And so that is that like something like, yo, I can do this. My music is dope. My music is empowering.
Because hearing that makes me like, it lets me know, like, okay, like, continue doing this. Yeah. You know, there's like, it's what's that word?
It's almost kind of like putting gas in your tank in your automobile to keep going. Like, I can keep going. This is working. It's, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a word for it. Like, it's like motivating. Like,
Yeah.
it's like motivation.
I love that. I love that. I was directing the other day, and a young lady who was there, she tagged me, and it said, King Jaquel Martin, the dopest director. And I was like, bro, thank
That's
you.
the thing. Like, people pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting it. You know, she just tagged me out of the blue, and I just took a moment and just sat in that. And said, thank you, man. I messaged back, I said, you don't understand how much that means to me and how that continues to fill my cup.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times when you're giving and you're showcasing or whatever else, and you're there for everyone else, it feels nice for people to come back and be there for you in the same way that you give.
Yeah.
So I was just like, thank you. And another thing that I thought was key that you talked about earlier, I said, if there's anything that I could do better, let me know. Because I'm not above a note. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can get so cocky or so egotistical. I am all of that. I am this. I'm da 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 da.
You can, but you can do it in a classy way, you know? So
Yeah. I mean, have you ever run into somebody with the biggest ego in the industry? You don't have to say no names, but you're just like, bro, we do the same thing. I understand that you might be recognized here, but you're just another human being. We're all making music. We're all wanting to do something great. How do you handle conflicts like that, or what do you do in those moments?
Keep calm and collected.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Because sometimes
you don't want to feed on like their ego, so it's just more like, nonchalant about it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got maybe 2 more questions for you. Question number 1. If you can inspire any upcoming young lady or artist, what would you tell them now that you are starting to reach different pinnacles? What advice would you give an upcoming artist?
Just get in the booth and say what you want to say.
So is that more like be true to yourself?
Can we take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Small break. I feel like
you're good. You're good. We'll take a quick little pause real quick.